Hello, it's been a while and in true Rebecca fashion you're on 13% battery, so let's get cracking. Hot. Hello everyone, it's Rebecca here and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello, welcome. First of all, I would like to apologise for the absence. I have not been in a very positive headspace. This past month has been overall very tough for me, so yeah, that's where I've been, and now we're back with my 2022 hopefuls. So if you've seen, I'll put a picture here, the little thing going around in the week between Christmas and New Year on Twitter and on Instagram, the 12 books of 2022 template. I asked some of my Twitter and Instagram followers to get involved and recommend me some books. So that's what I'm going to discuss with you today. So I own all of these books, but some of them I don't have in this room, and I'm not going to get them because I'm a lazy cow. Let's be honest. So I'm on 11%, so I guess my bulk pre-filming for today is going to be this video, and that is it. So let's just get cracking. Okay, so the first book was recommended to me by my lovely friend Jade. I went to school with Jade, that's how long I've known her. She's absolutely lovely, and I'll leave her Instagram handle and the handles of everybody that I mentioned down below. She recommended to me The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. I'll put the picture here because naturally the book's downstairs. So all I know about this one is that I am probably 100% gonna cry. So I'm just gonna read the synopsis off my phone through the Waterstones app. It's an inspirational classic, and in his mind, Eddie has lived an uninspiring life. Now an old man, his job is to fix rides at a seaside amusement park. On his 83rd birthday, Eddie's time on Earth comes to an end. When a cart falls from the fairground, he rushes to save a little girl's life and tragically dies in the attempt. When Eddie awakens, he learns that the afterlife is not a destination, but a place where your existence is explained to you by 5 people. Some of whom you knew, others who were ostensibly strangers. One by one, from childhood to soldier to old age, 5 individuals revisit their connections to Eddie on Earth, illuminating the mysteries of his meaningless life and revealing the haunting secret behind the eternal question, why was I here? 100% gonna cry. So thank you very much, Jade, for recommending that one for me. So this next one was recommended to me by Sarah from Reader's Ramblings on Instagram, and that is 11/22/63 by Stephen King. Sarah. So Sarah had suggested a couple of things to me that I didn't own, or I'd unhauled, or I didn't like, and I'd already read them. And then she said this one, and I was like, okay, you've got me good. Basically, this one was the Talk Wordy With Us book club pick a couple of months back, and I'd actually voted for this and didn't get round to it. It was in one of my TBRs for the month and I didn't get round to it. So this is going on this list because Sarah absolutely loved it, and so did a few of the other people from that group. This follows a young man who travels back in time to try and stop the Kennedy assassination. It's Stephen King, so it's either going to be boring or really complicated to follow, so I'm going to go with the latter, but fingers crossed I can pick this up soon because it has been on my TBR and on my radar for so long at this point. It's actually worrying. So thank you very much, Sarah, for suggesting this one. Next up, we have a suggestion from CC Reads, who I found on Twitter and Instagram, and they suggested Sabriel by Garth Nix. Now, when I've been browsing around the social medias, I find that CC suggests this to a lot of people, and there must be a very good reason as to why, much so to the point where I believe that Steph and Jade have been gifted this to read with CC, I think, if it's the right CC. I do apologise if not, but I know that it's very much on people's radars at the moment. The covers have been redesigned, they've been re-released, so it's all very prominent in the bookish community right now. This was gifted to me a while ago by Vanessa over at Wandernest. Herself and her partner had read them, and I have now been gifted them to read myself, so I need to get to them because I had actually been considering unhauling them, so yeah, we just need to get on with it. All I know is that this follows Sabriel, who has lived far away from uncontrolled power of the free magic and far away from the dead who won't stay dead. But her father's missing and Sabriel has to go find him, and it just leads her into a world of magic, mayhem and death, most likely. So yeah, very excited for this one, so thank you very, very much for suggesting this, Cece. Next up, we have a one suggested by Sophie from Sophie B Books. Sophie is absolutely lovely. I will leave their handles down below, as I mentioned as well earlier, but they suggested The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Another one I was contemplating getting rid of because I read Daisy Jones and the Six last year and just didn't really gel with it very much. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, that's a mouthful, follows a young journalist who has been tasked by Evelyn Hugo themselves to write a biopic of their life, and it follows Evelyn as she goes through her life dealing with love, heartbreak, turmoil, drama, the works. It is a fictional actress, and I believe that one of the side characters from this is the main character in Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which I also own and need to read. So there's that as well. So thank you very much, Sophie, for suggesting that one. I'm on 3% battery, we are screwed. So next up we have from the bookshelf, as in like elf on the end, The Way of Kings, which is book... which book is it? It's the Stormlight Archives book 1 by Brandon Sanderson, which I do have book 1. I thought I didn't, but I do. I have book 1 there. This one I don't know too much about. I have seen it flying around as per usual. It's Brandon Sanderson. Brandon Sanderson flies around the bookish community 24/7. I don't know a lot about it. All I know is that it is highly loved, very much a well-loved author in the bookish community. So if I don't get to that, then my rule is going to be at least one Brandy Sandy this year, because I've been meaning to for such a while now. Next up we have one of my birthday gifts from Vanessa. So Vanessa over at Wandernest suggested this one, and this is A Dowry of Blood. This one was highly suggested. I literally put it on my wish list because of how much Vanessa loved this one. She got an early copy, I believe, and I don't know anything about it. All I know is that she absolutely loved it, and if she absolutely loves like a fantasy book, 99% of the time I love it too. So that is why that is on that list, and that is why she chose it. Next up we have suggested from Danny from Danny's Book World. Book's downstairs, but she suggested A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas. I absolutely loved ACOMAF. I read ACOTAR earlier this year and read ACOMAF to finish the year off. Absolutely loved it, tabbed it so much, and I really wanted to pick up ACOWAR but knew I would not finish it before the year was out. So this is a priority for me for next year. Very high priority for me, so thank you very much for suggesting this one for me, Danny. I love it. I can't wait to get into it and see what's going to happen. I'm super excited, and I know that you love it too. Next up we have a one suggested by Just Another Bookish Lass on Instagram, and that is Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I always say that wrong. This has been on my radar for quite a while now as well, and I'm really pleased that some of these suggestions have been on my TBR for quite a while, because it means that I'm picking up a lot of backlist books from my collection. But I'm very excited for this one. It follows the Prince of Wales and the Prince of the US, I believe, are the first son of the US president, and they have to have fakey lovey-dovey public relations, but they kind of make it more personal and more realistic for them both, and it's supposed to be a cute little love story, and I'm on board for that, I'm not gonna lie. Holy Christ on a cracker, we have 1% battery left. Oh no. So next up we have 1% batteries, that's fun. This was suggested to me from the Sandra pages, and that is Empire of Sand by Tasha Suri. This was gifted to me by Moon Kestrel, so thank you very much for this. You know that I love and appreciate you, and I'm very excited to get to this one. Again, it's one that's been on my radar for quite some time now, I just haven't got around to it. So thank you so much for suggesting this one, Sandra. I can't wait to pick it up. This one follows Maya, who's a girl trapped between two cultures. Her father comes from the ruling classes and her mother's people were outcasts, so there's already a conflict of political interest there. And this follows her as she's caught one night performing forbidden rites, and she's brought to the attention of the Emperor's most feared mystics, who try to force her into their service by way of an arranged marriage. If she fails in their bidding, the gods themselves may awaken and seek vengeance, and this is a debut novel, and I'm super excited. So thank you very much for suggesting this one, Sandra. I am so excited to get to this. We then have one that I recently bought myself, and I don't know where to put it, so that's great. We have How to Kill Your Family by Bella Mackie, and this was suggested by Hannah over at Hannah Sunday. I will leave the links, as I said, down below. This is about a young girl who basically writes down her theories on how to kill her family. I believe she actually goes ahead and does it. Not 100% certain why, but the cover really drew me in, and I feel like I should take it to my in-laws or take it to my parents and sit and read it when they're watching the football just to see their reaction. So I'm very, very excited for this one. So thank you very much, Hannah, for suggesting this. So we have 2 left. Can we do this before the 1% battery dies? Probably not. But next up we have a one suggested by Tracy over at Bookie Tracy, and that is Invisible Girl by Lisa Jewell. This one has been on my radar again for a while now, and I know a couple of people will be very, very happy that I get to this one. I read one of Lisa Jewell's works, the one about the house, and I can't remember the name. It was really, really good, really, really enjoyed it, gave it 4 out of 5 stars. So I immediately went out and picked the rest of them up that I could find anyway. So I'm very, very excited to get to this one. So thank you very much, Tracy, for suggesting this for me. And this follows Sapphire, who, when she was 10, something terrible happened and she's carried the pain of it ever since. The man she thought she was going to heal her didn't, and now she hides, learning his secrets invisible in the shadows. Owen is invisible too. He's never had a girlfriend, never even had a friend. Nobody sees him and nobody cares. When Sapphire goes missing opposite his house, the world seems to be watching Owen. So I'm curious to see why Owen's being watched. I'm very, very excited. So thank you very much, Tracy, for suggesting this one. And finally, we have this beautiful book suggested by Ali from Read by Ali. And this is Wondersmith, The Calling of Morrigan Crow. This is book 2 in the Nevermore series, or the Morrigan Crow series. And this is by Jessica Townsend. So I read Nevermore last year, as in 2020. Absolutely loved it. It is giving me Harry Potter vibes, and it's given a lot of people Harry Potter vibes, so it's an alternative and it's an up-and-coming competitor for Harry Potter. I absolutely loved it. I loved Nevermore. I loved watching Morrigan go through the trials, so I'm interested to see where this one goes. So thank you very much, Ali, for suggesting this one. So, oh my goodness, I am so out of practice, it is ridiculous. So there we have it. These are the books that some of my lovely bookish friends have suggested for me to read in 2022. Now, considering I read about 20 books in 2021, this probably isn't going to go very well, so this may just be my whole TBR for the year. Either way, thank you all so much for watching. If you've read any of the books that I've mentioned in this video, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm very, very excited. Is there anything that you think I should prioritise? Also let me know in the comments down below. But I'm gonna go charge my camera up, so if you've made it this far, leave me a little camera emoji in the comments. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you all soon in another video. Bye!